through Gosport Borough. The attendance this afternoon.
Okay, Alex, it's a point at home to a good-looking Maidstone side. How would you sum that particular game up? Frustrating, happy, unhappy with that?
I think it's mixed emotions. You know, I think first half I thought the architects of our own downfall. You know, I made some mistakes. You know that we got on to a 4-4-2 today, and Maidstone arrived with a diamond, which was a bit of a shock to us because you know the other reports we got on them, they were playing a 4-4-2, and I thought their number 6 dominated the play in the first half, and quite frankly, I think we were quite lucky. You know, to come in all square at half time, but you saw the changes we made and brought George in. I think George came on behind the front two. He was able to affect the number 6 then, and you know, I think second half it was that proverbial game of two halves.
Last week we spoke of obviously half-time team talks, and when I came down I saw you preparing George, and I overheard you tell him to run at them, and he did that, didn't he? And he changed it slightly in the second half. Yeah,
I think it's always difficult to pick up someone that's running from deep at you, and George has got that ability. You know, he can affect games, and you know, I think that gave us a bit of a lift. I think Perry was unlucky. You know that he got a booking just before half time, and you know it made the decision a little bit easier. You know who to bring off.
Okay, and in the second half, Gosport went the closest to winning it. Mike Carter from distance rattling the bar. Unlucky.
It was a work routine on the training ground, and you know sometimes when they come off, you know that pleases coaches and pleases managers, and you know it was a well worked set piece, and you know he's gone and cracked the crossbar right alongside the stanchion. You know that we could have had another Basingstoke on around scoring in the 89th minute, and all of a sudden everyone would be patting everyone on the back, but it wasn't to be. And maybe on reflection, Neil was a fair result, because like you said, I think Maidstone are a good side. You know they've got some quality players in their midst, and they've got some sheer giants. You know, and if you don't concentrate, if you're not mentally focused for 90 minutes, they will punish you, and so they never were able to do that to us. You know, I've got to take me out off to my back five. You know, that's the 5th clean sheet now in 8 games, and that always gives you a chance to win games if you're keeping clean sheets.
Disappointed or otherwise, the unbeaten start continues. So would you say it's a good start now becomes something more because of that? Or
I think if you said to the club, or said to any manager, you go the first 8 games, you'd be undefeated and keeping 5 clean sheets, I think any manager would have taken it. You know, I keep saying to my players, you know, that you know, Katz and I have got great belief in them, and I see it individually, but I don't really see it collective. They've got a great collective spirit, but they don't realise how good they are, and I keep telling them that. You know, once they believe in one another, once they start moving that ball a bit quicker in the last third, once they start committing people, you know, that you know, we can start opening teams up. But today I just think in the last third, especially in the first half, never moved it, always gave possession away, and then you're under the cosh. You know, and thankfully we got back 5 in the form that they're in, that's kept us in the game. But they get paid for clean sheets, and that's the job they've done today for me.
And finally, looking ahead to next weekend's trip to Sutton, obviously a very unique one, but it's the first time that I believe Gosport Borough have played on a 3G pitch. So I understand you're preparing for that during the week.
Yeah, we are. I'm to be honest, I'm not looking forward to it. You know that my opinions on 3G pitches, they shouldn't be allowed. Football's meant to be played on grass. I can understand any club wanting to do it. If you ask any commercial manager, he'd say I want a 3G pitch. You speak to any manager, he wants a grass pitch, and football was invented on grass and should remain on grass as far as I'm concerned. So that's forced us into going to having a training session on 3G on Thursday night. But you know, so it's one that I'm not looking forward to. You know, I think it gives the home side a fantastic advantage. You know, they've probably played 4, 5, 6 games already in the league on it, plus their friendlies, and then we're expected to turn up. And football's always meant to be an even playing field, and when you're away from home, it's tougher. And when you're playing on a 3G pitch and you haven't got one, it's even tougher. And you know, maybe one day that people will have a look at it, but we can't do anything about it. You know, there's no point moaning about it. We've got to apply ourselves next week and see where that takes us.
Alex, thank you.
Thank you.